Yo, what's up guys? Today we are taking $250 and we are buying some Pokemon cards for a portfolio. This is episode 1 of how to invest in Pokemon cards. Let's get into it. What's up y'all? I'm Andrew and welcome to the Cardboard Ape. This is the first of a monthly series of videos that I'm going to be putting together where I'm going to help you guys decide which products you should be buying in terms of Pokemon cards with all of your hard-earned money. But Mr. Ape, you might be saying, there are tons of other YouTubers out there doing the same thing. Why in the world should we listen to you? Well, my glorious apes, it really is quite simple. Rather than being like all those other YouTubers that tell you what to buy, but then they just kind of go on with their lives, I'm actually telling you what to buy or what I think you should buy. And I'm actually taking my own hard-earned money and I'm going to be buying those products myself. I'm taking those products and I'm putting them into a community portfolio that we're going to share so that each month when we make these videos, we can come back and look at whether or not the recommendations I made were actually any good. Did they go up in value? Did they stay the same? Did they go down? We're going to be able to tell you all of that so that over time, you're going to be able to see that I have a track record of actually making good picks. Well, hopefully good picks. I don't know, there's a chance they might be crap, but we choose positivity on this channel, so we're gonna say that they're all gonna be good picks. Time will tell, and you'll be able to see that over the coming months and years as we continue to build out our portfolio together. So without further ado, let's get into what I'm gonna be spending my $250 on this month and what I think are good picks to add to your collection right now. So when choosing to add things to my own collection, I usually like to diversify the price ranges that those collectible items fall within. So I like to have some that are lower tier, lower value items, some that are mid tier and some that are higher tier. So for the sake of these videos, I'm going to be putting those into the under $30 range, the under $50 range, and then above $50 range. Above $50 obviously could include things like just higher end ETBs, but it could also be all the way up to, a first edition booster box of base set. But of course, I don't have that kind of money lying around, at least not yet. Hopefully, if this thing goes well, we'll be able to maybe add that to our collection someday, but I'm not crossing my fingers. So for the first two items that I recommend, they both come in at the under $30 range, and they can still be found at retail even. The first of those are these Evolving Skies sleeved boosters. The other day I was at my local Walmart just grabbing some things, and I found 5 of them on the shelf. I was able to pick them up for $25 total after taxes. This is a great buy right now if you're able to find these at retail, because as you can see here on TCG Player, they're going for well over $4 or $5 a pack. And Evolving Skies with the Moonbreon and just the plethora of Evolution alt arts, it is a highly collectible set, and I think it's only going to continue to grow in value over time. It may have some ups and downs as it continues to get some extra reprints while it's still in rotation with the game, but eventually this is going to be something you want to have in your portfolio, are Evolving Skies packs. The other thing I'm going to recommend you pick up are these Lost Origin booster bundles, or you could even get the Silver Tempest booster bundles. These are great buys. These are a new product that came out with Lost Origin. It has 6 booster packs inside for $25 after taxes for 6 packs. That's for a little over $4 a pack. Really, it's a good buy. Lost Origin, Silver Tempest, both great sets. I particularly picked up the Lost Origin because I just love the Giratina inside of it, and I think that's going to be one of those collectible cards, along with the Aerodactyl alt art. Both of those cards are going to be high value chase cards, I think, over time, and I'm a big believer in the set, especially the Lost Origin, because it's the first of its kind with this type of product as a booster bundle. I think it's worth having in your collection, because I do think that there are going to be people who collect this specific thing, just like people who collect build and battle boxes and things like that, who are going to want to pick this up later down the road to try to complete collections, and having one in your collection, I think, is going to increase in value over time. So after adding these two things to our collection, that's $25 a piece, one for the 5 packs of Evolving Skies, if you can find them, one for the Lost Origin booster, or $25 for the Lost Origin booster bundle. That's $50 in total value that our collection is now at. So for my third pick, I'm also picking another product that comes in the under $30 category. I've gone a bit heavy on that one today, but there's a reason for it. It's because I think there's some great value out there in this category that's $30 and less. The third product here is the Arceus V figure collection. This is a product that came out right around when Brilliant Stars was released a few months ago. And this is one of those products that carries value in more ways than one. First of all, it's got a great featured Pokemon. Arceus is one of those Pokemon that people just really like, and it's going to help maintain and grow the value of this product over time. But the other thing is that it has 4 packs inside. It's got a Chilling Reign, which is a set that's been going up in value a little bit recently. We've got Brilliant Stars, which has the Alt-Art Charizard, the Rainbow Charizard V-Star, as well as the Alt-Art Arceus, that are all pretty highly sought after cards, and that's going to keep the value of that set steady or growing over time. But most importantly, it has a Cosmic Eclipse booster pack inside of it. Cosmic Eclipse is one of the sets that was printed in lower quantities than people expected when it originally came out. They've made up for that some by putting it in just different types of products over the past few years, this being one of them. I don't know how many more products we're going to have come out over time that's going to have Cosmic Eclipse in it. This may be one of the last ones, but I think because of that Cosmic Eclipse pack, because it has other highly sought after sets, or that are going to be highly sought after sets, and because it has a really awesome featured Pokemon and a great promo card, this is a home run. It's something that's going to be a great long-term hold for your collection. So for my 4th of 5 picks, this one comes in at the under $50 category, and it's a card rather than a sealed product. I wanted to try to mix it up a little bit. I don't like to just have sealed products. I don't like to just have cards. I like to have a healthy mix of both. So for this one, it is the Special Delivery Charizard. This card in and of itself, I think, is being overlooked right now. You can still get it for under $50. You can get it for right around the $45 mark or so on TCG Player. And it's one of those products that, because it's a Charizard, it's going to be collectible over time. Yes, there was more of it printed than people expected. And yes, you can still get them, I think, through a code on the Pokemon Center website, but they're no longer distributing new codes for those. So whatever codes are out there on the market right now, that's all there's going to be. But we're nearing the end of this card's life cycle, and that means this is probably a good time to buy it, especially if you can get one that's well centered, that's not dinged up. The quality control on these things was pretty bad. Even on this one, it's hard to see on this camera, but there's a pretty good little nick right up here in this corner. This thing's not going to be gradable, at least not at a high grade, which is why I haven't sent it in. But if you can get one that's gradable and you can get it in and get a PSA 10, even a PSA 9 on it, these are still great pickups. Highly recommend it. I'm buying it just to keep it raw in my collection. So that adds another, we're going to call it $50 in value to our collection. So we had 80, now we've added 50 more. So we're up to $130 in value in our collection. So that brings us to my 5th and final pick for today. We're at $130 in value. I said we had that $250 to spend, so that leaves us $120 left. And I was torn on this just because, well, let me just show you. My 5th pick is the Charizard Ultra Premium Collection. Yes, these things have been printed to the moon. There's no denying it. And everybody expected there to be more of these on the market than the Celebrations Ultra Premium Collection, but I don't think many people expected there to be this many. It's relatively easy to get one of these things at retail right now, or really close to retail value. They're still available on Target as I'm recording this video. You can get them on TCG Player for just a little over $120. But you can still go to your stores on restock days and find these things on the shelves, usually for several hours, if not longer. You know, because of that, these things are not going to appreciate in value nearly as fast, in my opinion, as the Celebrations UPCs. But I do think they're still great pickups. As you can tell so far, I'm a big believer in Charizards. I like Charizards, I like to collect them, and I believe they carry value pretty well over time. Because of that, this thing features 3 Charizard promo cards that I think people are going to be trying to rip these things open like crazy to get decent quality Charizard promos that are gradable. That's one thing. The quality on these, just like the Special Delivery Charizards, is pretty poor. There's lots of images on Facebook groups that I'm in, Discord channels, of Charizard promos that are way off center. Some people who didn't even get all 3 promos in the packs. For that reason, I think that people are going to be trying to get decent quality Charizard promos out of these boxes so they can grade them, which means that people are going to be ripping into these things and not just setting them up on a shelf. to keep them sealed over time. Yes, there's going to be some of that, but a lot of these are going to get opened just because of the promo cards that are inside. So for that reason, I do think that this is still a viable long-term play and that these boxes are going to go up over time. It's just not going to be as crazy as people thought it was going to be. You're not going to be able to scalp them and flip them for money right away. But that's not what we're about here. We're about collecting Pokemon because we love Pokemon. Ultimately, this is one of those products that I'm going to want to have in my collection. We're in this hobby not because we're wanting to flip cards and make money. That's obviously something we all want. We all want our collections to go up in value over time. But ultimately, we're in this hobby because we love Pokemon and we love collecting Pokemon cards. At least I do. I hope that you're in it for that reason too. And because of that, I'm going to be happy with these picks, really no matter what down the road. And ultimately, that should be your guiding light whenever you're choosing what to add to your collection. Is this something that's going to bring me joy over time? Is it something that I'm going to be happy to have in my collection? If so, it's a good addition, regardless of whether or not it's going to go up in value like crazy over time, regardless of whether or not you're going to sell it for a return on your investment down the road. As long as you're enjoying the process of collecting and enjoying the cards that you have, it's a win. I would love to know what you think about the 5 picks that I had today. I'd love to know whether or not you think that they are good pickups, bad pickups, or somewhere in between. Make sure you let me know in a comment below. And if you want to see more content like this, if you want to see more videos like this where we make picks and add them to a shared community portfolio and see how that portfolio grows over time, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Until next time, see ya.